Hi team, this is another video on Snowflake. The subject is Terraform, so let's do the terraforming of Snowflake. So Terraform is an open source infrastructure as code. It's a declarative infrastructure as code tool. Instead of writing step-by-step imperative instructions like SQL or JavaScript, it is using a model like YAML, which is declarative model. Terraform is stateful. That means that it keep any change for all states, and there is a reconciliation process between two states generators when you plan and apply the action to deploy the target object in the target environments. The best practices, we need to use Terraform, manage any dependency. It is highly recommended to store state in Terraform Cloud or S3 bucket or any other provider and avoid the storage locally. We need to use modules for repeatable patterns, plan before you commit changes and apply the changes as expected. The Terraform workflow user create instructions in .tf file, initialize Terraform, import infrastructure, plan and apply to deploy the objects. Here I'm using the quick start with some minor adjustments. The demo steps, most of these steps are already done. We will focus mainly on Terraform. So we need to create a GitHub repository, create the service user for Terraform, set up the authentication, declare resources, run Terraform, change and add resources, commit and apply and verify, and finally do the cleanup. To create a new repository, you have only your account and just click on new and give the name. Generate GitHub Keeper authentication. I'm using Git Bash as client, so I using the private key for the client, and the public key is integrated in the GitHub account using your profile setting SSH key. Here we create a local repository and sync the changes with the Git repository. We create a keeper authentication for Terraform. We create also a service user using Snowflake UI. This service user will erase a public key. Set up the Terraform authentication using variable environments, declare resource setup projects, commit some changes, check it is deployed as expected. We do another change for the warehouse and some additional resources. Then we plan the changes, apply and check. And we can use also the query history section from Snowflake to see that all the objects deployed and the command and the query related to these objects. So let's start the demo. So here we do copy and paste of the code from the quick start. I should be on the right path with tjc/test, paste. And here we initialize the Git locally and create one file and push the file to the remote repository. We can check that there is the first commit. This is readme file that, okay. So the next step, so here we create the main .terraform file that contain, check, that contain two resources to be created, a database and a warehouse. Let's init Terraform. The initialization is done. So just we need to create another branch and put Terraform on GitHub. So okay, so we can check and check and see that here we have the second branch. Here it have main, have DB warehouse. We have here the main Terraform, and we can also compare and pull request to merge both branches, but it is not the scope of this demo. So now we need to plan. Here we, as you can see, we have two objects plans, add the warehouse and the database. And if we execute the command terraform apply, this will apply this action plan. Yes, as you can see, two objects added. Can check that database. Here we don't have the objects. You see that we will have a new database, Terraform demo. And for also warehouse, we will see that the demo is large, deployed. We can see details. Here it is span 60 as mentioned in the Terraform file. So now we changed the content of Terraform file, and we have here a change for the data warehouse. Instead of 60, it will be auto-suspend on 30, and we will add another resources and grants. So let's push the changes to GitHub with another branches here, DB warehouse. Can check it, and we will have also another. Can see service user main resource to be deployed. So here we I did the Terraform apply directly, and you will see that is all the objects. Just here with this, and we'll have as a result that 9 objects that will be changed or modified, and this is one changed. I see here for the warehouse. If demo, see that warehouse now it changes to 30 seconds here instead of 60. And we have other objects. I have an Excel file just to track, check Terraform object here. Here we have the Snowflake SQL, and here we screenshot, and here we have show roles, that there is some roles, and the grants is done via Terraform. So as you can see, it is so simple to use Terraform. Today also for the new feature from Snowflake, we have a native Git integration. We can create in the Snowflake database a Git object, and we have some secret to connect Git the background and deploy everything. And we use also the deployment future. So we have many way to do the deployment and make the development and the DevOps as easy as simple. So thank you very much for watching, and hope see you in next video.